Three ants are walking in the same direction. The first ant has two ants behind him, the second ant has one in front and one behind. But the third ant has one in front and one behind too. How is this possible? Let me explain the solution now. The most widely accepted and logical answer to this riddle is the ants are moving in the same direction but in a circular manner, not in straight line. Let's say the ants are A, B, and C. A has B and C behind him, B has A in front and C behind, and C has B in front and A behind. In this way, third ant has one in front and one behind too. There can be other solution to this riddle. Do share yours in the comment section. But the most widely accepted answer to this riddle is the ants are moving in a circular manner. Suppose we have 3 glasses and 10 coins. The problem is to place odd number of coins in each glass. That is, each glass should contain coins and the number of coins in each glass must be odd and total coins which will be used must be equal to 10. Let me repeat the puzzle. Suppose we have 3 glasses and 10 coins. The problem is to place odd number of coins in each glass. That is, each glass should contain coins and the number of coins in each glass must be odd and total coins which will be used must be equal to 10. Feel free to pause the video and try yourself before checking the solution. This is one of the fantastic puzzle asked in the job interviews. Let's check the solution now. See, it is not possible to use all 10 coins with each glass having odd number of coins. This is because if you add odd number of coins odd number of times, then the result is always odd but not even. But here there are 10 coins which is even. That is the challenge here. There are even number of coins but number of glasses are odd. Therefore, we must think out of the box. Let's solve now logically. So in the first step, in the first glass, place 5 coins which is odd. After that, in the second step, in second glass, place 2 coins, and in the third step, in third glass, place 3 coins which is odd. Here the first glass contains 5 coins which is odd, second glass contains 2 coins which is even, and the third glass contains 3 coins which is odd. Now is the important step. After third step, glass 1 has 5 coins, glass 2 has 2 coins and glass 3 has 3 coins. Now place the entire third glass inside second glass. By doing this, we are making sure that the second glass has 5 coins. Hence, indirectly, now second glass contains 5 coins which is odd in nature. You have 3 switches in a room. One of them is for a bulb in next room. You cannot see whether the bulb is on or off until you enter the room. What is the minimum number of times you need to go into the room to determine which switch corresponds to the bulb in next room? So to simplify, there are 3 switches in a room where one of them is assigned for a bulb in the next room. You can't see whether the bulb is on or off until you leave the room. Find the minimum number of times you have to go into the room to identify which switch corresponds to the bulb in the other room. This question has been asked several times during different analytics based interviews. Give a try before checking the solution. Let me explain the solution now. As I have already told, this 3 switches and 1 bulb puzzle is a very famous interview puzzle. The answer to this puzzle is 1. You need to enter the room only once to determine which switch corresponds to the bulb. Let me explain the solution in detail. First, switch on the first switch and wait for some time, say 5 minutes. Now switch off the first switch and switch on the second switch. Now enter the room. If you find the light bulb glowing, then the second switch corresponds to the bulb. If the light bulb does not glow, just touch the light bulb to check if it emits heat. If the bulb exhibits at least some heat, then the first switch corresponds to that bulb. If the bulb does not exhibit heat, then the third switch corresponds to the bulb. Let me repeat the solution now. You need to enter the room only once. First, you switch on the first switch and wait for some times, say some 5 to 10 minutes. Now switch off the first switch and switch on the second switch. Enter the room. If you find the light bulb glowing, then the second switch corresponds to the bulb. If the light bulb does not glow, just touch the light bulb to check if it emits heat. If the bulb exhibits at least some heat, then the first switch corresponds to that bulb. If the bulb does not exhibit heat, then the third switch corresponds to the bulb. So by following these simple steps, you can identify which switch belongs to the bulb easily. You are given 8 identical looking balls. One of them is heavier than the rest of the 7. All the others weigh exactly the same. You are provided with a simple mechanical balance and you are restricted to only 2 uses. Can you find the heavier ball? Let me repeat the puzzle. You are given 8 identical looking balls. One of them is heavier than the rest of the 7. All the others weigh exactly the same. You are provided with a simple mechanical balance and you are restricted to only 2 uses. Can you find the heavier ball by using only 2 uses of the mechanical balance? Let me explain the solution now. For convenience sake, let's name the balls 1 to 8. First, we weigh 1, 2, 3 on the left and 4, 5, 6 on the right. This is the first measurement. There are 3 scenarios which can arise from this. Let's consider the scenario 1. If the left side is heavier, then we know that one of 1, 2 or 3 is the heavier ball. Now in the second measurement, weigh 1 on the left and 2 on the right. We will know if 1 or 2 is heavier. If they balance out, then 3 is the heavier one. Thus, heavier ball is identified by exactly 2 measurements in this scenario. Let's consider the scenario 2. If the right side is heavier, then we know that either 4, 5 or 6 is the heavier ball. Now in the second measurement, weigh 4 on the left and 5 on the right. By doing this, we will know if 4 or 5 is heavier. If they balance out, then 6 is the heavier one. Thus, heavier ball is identified by exactly 2 measurements in the scenario 2. Let's consider the final scenario, that is scenario 3. If 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6 balance out, then we know either 7 or 8 is the heavier one. Weigh both of them to find out which one is heavier. Again here, heavier ball is identified by exactly 2 measurements. Let me summarize. The first step is determining which set of 3 balls contains the heavier one. So choose balls 1, 2, 3 and balls 4, 5, 6 and weigh them. If one set is heavier, save those 3 balls. Pick 2 balls and place for measurement. By doing this, we will know which one is heavier. If they balance out, then other is the heavier one. If neither side is heavier in the first step, proceed with balls 7 and 8. In the final weighing, weigh both of them to find out which one is heavier. By following these simple steps, we can find which ball is heavier in just 2 measurements. Given 10 identical bottles of identical pills, each bottle contains 100 of pills. Out of 10 bottles, 9 have 1 gram of pills, but 1 bottle has pills of the weight of 1.1 gram. Given a measurement scale, how would you find the heavy bottle? You can use the scale only once. So question can also be asked like, what is the minimum number of ways required to find the bottle with the pills which is heavier? So let me repeat the puzzle. Given 10 identical bottles of identical pills, each bottle contains hundreds of pills. Out of 10 bottles, 9 have 1 gram of pills, but 1 bottle has pills of the weight of 1.1 gram. Given a measurement scale, how would you find the heavy bottle? Which means you are supposed to identify a bottle which is having an heavier pills, which measures 1.1 gram. The condition provided here is you can use the scale only once. So assumption should be made that the measurement scale which is given is digital and not analog. So this is one of the most commonly asked job interview puzzle. I'll present you the most logical way to get the correct answer. Pause the video and give a try before checking the solution, and do not forget to comment if you found something very interesting. If you are new to the channel, do subscribe to the channel and enable notifications so that you do not miss any of our videos. Let's check the solution now. Initially, this looks like a complicated puzzle, but this is a simple one if you know the logic. Since only 10 bottles are given, puzzle becomes more simple. And if you start weighing every bottle, then this is not the logical approach to get the correct answer. Let me explain the most systematic way to get the answer. Let's go step by step. In the step 1, arrange the bottles on the shelf and now take 1 pill from the first bottle, 2 pills from the second bottle, 3 pills from the third bottle, and so on. So remember, this is the logic. If you know this particular logic, and you can solve this puzzle with no time. Suppose if you are not aware of this particular logic, then probably you will be messing around some illogical thought process which is not going to lead to the correct answer. So the logic is take 1 pill from the first bottle, 2 pills from the second bottle, 3 pills from the third bottle, and so on till 10 pills from the 10th bottle, then add number of pills. So it looks like this. The equation becomes 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 till plus 10. So this is sum of n natural numbers. In this case, n is equal to 10. We know that sum of n natural numbers can be calculated using the formula n into n plus 1 divided by 2. After solving the equation, we get 55. You can count instead of using the formula, but if number of bottles are more, then it is better to go with the formula to find the sum of n natural numbers. So in the step 2, ideally you would have 55 pills weighing 55 grams if you assume all pills weigh 1 gram. But there are pills from one bottle which weigh 0.1 gram more. So when you put the entire pile of pills on the weighing scale, the deviation from the 55 gram would tell you which bottle contains the heavy pills. In step 3, you observe what is the deviation. That is, if the deviation is 0.1 gram more, it is the first bottle which has heavy pills. It is because only 1 pill is picked from the bottle 1, which will add 0.1 gram extra weight with 55.1 grams. Similarly, if the deviation is 0.2 gram more, then second bottle has heavy pills. It is because 2 pills picked from the bottle 2, which will add 0.2 gram extra weight with 55.2 grams. And if it is 0.3 grams more, then third bottle has heavy pills. If it is 0.4 gram more, then fourth bottle has heavy pills, and so on. And finally, if the total weight is 56 grams, then 10th bottle has heavy pills. It is because 10 pills picked from bottle 10, which will add 1 gram extra weight with 56 grams. So in this way, we can find the bottle with heavy pills logically using these simple steps. That's all for this video. If you have not understood the solution, do watch again. If you have any doubts, do comment. I will try to reply as soon as possible. Thanks for watching. Let's meet in the next video with one more interesting topic. Thank you.